Hey everyone, I'm from India and I'm an enthusiast of creating things. So I have just opened my profile over here. Actually, I won a contest as a runner-up. Let me show it to you. My achievements here. I have been a runner-up in a Make It Through contest, and one of my instructables have been featured. In fact, two of my instructables have been featured, but it shows for 1 plus to 10, I guess. So here in this video, I'm gonna tell you about winning strategies. I mean, how to win the instructables contest. So let me over on to Reddit. I heard from somewhere that featured project have more chances from getting for getting selected, and I have just copied the Reddit post content and pasted it here on the notepad. So this would be really helpful video for all of the people who want to win an instructable contest. See, everyone wants to win an instructable contest because it's a global contest, and those who have been making things from since beginning are more enthusiastic about winning such contests. But let me tell you that if you are participating just for the sake of winning a contest, so you just stop it right away because uh, here luck doesn't play a great role. So to understand what relationship there is between being featured and winning contests, to improve the ability of makers to understand how to win contests. See, this is a post written by someone else on Reddit, but I found it very useful, so I have pasted its content over here for everyone to see. So the person just what he or she does did was he analyzed the contest, included those at between the 2020 things that fly up speed challenge to the 2020 jewelry contest, and he came to the very uh, grounded conclusion, a very useful conclusion that between 15 contests there were 1047 entries. Of those entries, 210 were selected as a winner, and of those 210 winners, only 12 winners were non-featured projects. So he analyzed that the winners in those contests, that was from 2020 Things That Fly Speed Challenge to the 2020 Jewelry Contest, all of the winners, I mean majority of the winners were those who had their projects got featured. And one thing more, he got to know the insights was all 12 winning non-featured project came from one contest, the TinkerCAD competition. Well, let it keep it aside for a while. And in 14 out of 15 contests, only featured projects won. So here is a concrete insight that featured projects won every time. Looking at the most recent three contests in details, I analyzed entries to determine what share of them had been featured in total and how many wins resulted. So as far as my knowledge is concerned, the person was was got a deep dive into details of finding out who wins and who doesn't. So what he did was he took the three recent contests and analyzed the entries to determine the probability, I mean the share of them had been featured in total and how many wins have resulted. So for the Make It Fly contest, there were 70 entries, which is I think typical, and 9 prizes were there. At that time, only 9 prizes. So projects 19 out of 70 featured, so 9 out of 9 winners. So as you can see that 19 of 70 featured, so there out of 70 entries, 19 were featured and 51 entries were not featured. So out of 9 winners, all the winners was from featured category, which makes up the 27% of the total entry. So here comes out to be 19 by 19. The winning rate was 47%. As you can see that for the first contest, the winning rate was 47%, and the for the non-featured, for the featured contest actually, and for the non-featured one, the winning rate was absolutely zero. Now come to the second contest, which he analyzed was there were 101 entries and 9 prizes in total. So out of 101 entries, 40 contest 40 entries were featured, and all out of 9 winners was from featured category. So the winning rate came out to be 23%. So here the winning rate is just simply 9 divided by 20, and I think he had mistakenly put 20 over here. He should put 40 over here. Just here in this case, it was 19. So in the denominator, it was 19. So here 54. So here also 54. Well, you may cross check this calculation, but this is quite analogous to the first one. The winning rate for the featured one is the maximum. In fact, it makes up the total. for the third contest, which was the audio contest. 86 entries were there in total, 19 prizes were there, and 54 out of 86 featured, which makes up the 63% of the total entries. And all the winners belong to the featured category. So the winning rate was 35% in that contest for the featured one, and for the non-featured one, it was still zero. So the conclusion was all winning entries were featured for project that were not featured never won in these contests. Well, I will contradict this statement later with my instructable profile. Now that comes to the second point, which is the average win rate of featured project was 35%, which is good in front of winning rate of non-featured project, which is absolutely zero. In two of the three contests, feature project had been minority project type, but still won completely. So it's a clear indicator that even if your project is a kind of minority project, still it has maximum chances of winning if it has been featured. Looking at this from a general angle, I reviewed the newest 300 contest winner. So the another review he took was he just reviewed the newest 300 contest winner from the Instructable platform. One can easily do that. There is no rocket science in this. Well, this is written over here also how to do by simply clicking on winners filter. Yeah, okay. You all must know this thing. Only six of 300 winning project had been non-featured project. So this is another complete conclusion for the same thing that winning probability favors featured project only. So by this calculation, non-featured project represent only 2% of the contest winner. For every 50 contest winners based upon initial calculations, on average 49 will have been featured. One will not have been. The overall conclusion that can be drawn from this data is that if your project is not featured, it is extremely unlikely to win a contest. If you want to win a contest, you will probably have to do whatever it takes to get featured. Given the result of the above analysis, it is possible to narrow the field of contest entrants likely to win with high confidence. Exclude all the projects which have not been featured. Yeah, if suppose you want to predict the winners from the given contest which is being run on the Instructables platform, just simply whenever it gets completed, I mean whenever the deadline passes, you may exclude all the projects which have not been featured, and you will get to know that the maximum winners, in fact all the winners would be from the featured category. So this was the analysis. Now coming to my profile, which is this. I think I have won by luck. I would say it a luck of your luck. So, for past 1 year, I have been making a lot of projects over here on Instructables platform. Firstly, I started with something experiment lemon instant energy drink. So likes and hearts does not matter. See how many projects I have made, but I have not won a single project except this one. This one, make it glow. I will come. I will talk about this briefly, and the both of these contests, both of these, this one, the latest one, and the electronics one, which was this, the binary to gray code converter. Both of them have been featured. But surprisingly, I did not want this that was featured, but I won this which is not featured. Now come to where you will get shocked about how luck played a crucial role when I won this contest. I would say I won this contest based on pure luck. So it took me hardly 20 minutes to complete this project. And out of all 29 projects which I have made so far, this project was something which did not take seriously. And let me be honest, it would be my last project if I had not won this. If I had not won the competition by this entry, it would have been my last project. But once I won the contest with this entry, I made three more instructables in a hope to get succeeded once again. And yeah, my another instructable got featured. So let me jump onto this and just coming to the point. So let me tell you what the contest was all about. So I won a runner-up position in this contest, and it had a great prize money even for the runner-up. Let me show you the prize money first. So for the runner-up also, there was $100 prize money, which is not bad when the currency converts. When the forex exchange gives you 8,000 rupees for this $100. Well, Make Objects Glow in PPT was the title of my contest, wherein I show how to glow any object in a PowerPoint presentation. I think it is just a basic thing which everyone must know. So I thought of triggering this point and making writing instructables about it. See the number of steps I have written. Step one. See the last step is the step three. which is not a step to be that would call some action, but instead it's some random examples which I have made using PowerPoint, make it glow tool. No, sorry, not make it glow tool, but the simple format background and the glow tool. Well, now come to the entries of this project. Let me tell you that I won this contest based on a pure luck. So there were total 33 entries, and the winners should be, and the total winners were 32. So you can see the winning probability of my instructable. I mean, it was even if you say that out of 32 entries, 31 are bound to win. The only entries were left were two, mine and the another one who did not win. So out of two, I had exact 50% chances, 50% winning probability in this contest. If we keep 31 winners aside, so out of these entries, let us come to my entry, this one and the one which did not want. Will show you how, I mean, how you can improve your instructables, how you may improve the winning strategy for your contest by looking at the by comparing my entry with the entry which did not want. Any guesses which entry did not want? Of course, this one, because nothing is mentioned over here in the ribbon like this one or this that one, and you will be, I mean, the one who have been there on Instructable for so long might guess what exactly went wrong with this entry. I mean, what favored my Instructable. Let me open this entry. I'm quite sure that the person for this entry had worked really hard. In fact, he has got 6 hearts and more than 500 eyes views on this Instructable. In fact, he had used a sophisticated tool, I guess. Yeah, it has. The person has used Maya, which is a sophisticated tool. In fact, I don't even know how to use Maya. So the steps were also more than mine. Total 5 steps were there. But let me guess what went wrong with this entry, or what made me win the instructable runner-up title. So, see, judges have two options. At last, judges must have two options: either choose this one or the one which this one. So out of these two entries, what I did was I had made make it glow, and I had glown the instructable itself, the instructable logo itself over here. See, I have inserted instructables in the supplies in the step one as well, in the step two as well, step three as well. So it may give a subtle impression to the judges that this entry should won. I'm just guessing it. I'm not backed by a concrete proof for this. But yeah, as I said that luck doesn't play a role unless you are entering with my profile. So this is the conclusion that also the winning rate was quite high in this, even for non-featured one, because the total entries were 33, just one above the threshold. So let me show you one more instructable, and I am quite sure that I will won this instructable, this contest too. So these instructables I have put in the strings contest. Well, this is the name of the contest, which is String and Rope Contest. It will close on July 7th. Well, it will close on July 8th here in India, because GMT, Greenwich Medium Time, and PT Pacific Time differs. mm, uh, they both are different time zones. So here, 60s have entries have already been completed, but I am sure that I may won this contest because my instructables has been featured. That is the only reason I am so sure about winning this contest. In fact, I've got 4 hearts over here. But the basic thing which you should keep in mind that if you don't have a featured project, then forget about winning. You won't win if you don't have a featured project, unless the entries were really low, as in the case of Make It Glow contest. You may see that I had made this account on July 9th, 2024, and today is July 8th. So the 1 year has already, I mean, the exact 1 year will complete tomorrow. And these are my learnings, and I won't post. In fact, I won't make any other project because it is a matter of luck, at least in my case, that I won the contest. But it's enough for me because, and I thank you, Instructables, for making me win. But I realized very later that featured contests have a great probability to win, and also sometimes luck plays a role when winning chances are really low, but the entries are also really low in number.